Welcome to Dex Game Stack. Today, Hearts of Iron 4 is on a cutting block. Will you be able to conquer the world in a portable manner or get held back by the deck? Let's find out. The game looks very good on the deck, although the icons are a bit small on the 7-inch screen. These may be difficult to distinguish for people with impaired eyesight, but for me it wasn't a problem. While paused to 4 speed, the game hovers around the 30 to 40 FPS, hence I recommend capping the FPS to 30. While moving the camera around the map, the game hitches at 4 speed, and while at max speed, the game performs around 10 to 15 FPS at worst. This depends on how many puppets you have, the visions deployed and a multitude of other factors. Although this was to be expected, because on an average desktop PC, the game also drops to a lower FPS. The average FPS overall is acceptable, but the infrequent hitches can be a bit annoying. Wave 4 seems like a hard game to play in a gamepad, especially if you've already played it with mouse and keyboard. But the developers at Paradox did a great job of making the controls as good as possible, although a bit hard to get used to. The trackpads on the deck simply are amazing for this type of game. The right trackpad is used like a normal mouse cursor. But when paired with the R5 button and while making a circular motion on the trackpad, you can zoom in and out of the map and focus 3 screens. This was a surprising way to use the trackpad for me, but took a while to figure out, sadly. The left trackpad is used to open the many pop-up screens in the game. This way you don't have to move the cursor to the buttons on the screen, and once you get accustomed to this, it works even better than using a mouse. The rest of the controls are more on the basic side. The left joystick and D-pads are used for the camera, back buttons for different maps, and the trigger buttons for left and right mouse click. While paused and at 100% charge, the estimated battery life is 3 hours and 45 minutes. While the game is on max speed, it drops down to 2 hours and 30 minutes, though it can be lengthened by turning down the refresh rate and limiting the FPS according to your own preferences. While paused, the fan of my deck was inaudible and hovering around the 2500 RPM range. But when the game speeds up to max speed, it accelerates to around 5500 RPM with an audible sound from the fan. My fan is an especially loud one, so this may differ with your Steam Deck. From what I've heard, this is fixed on a new Steam Deck, so no need to worry. To summarize, the game's performance has a lot to be desired on the deck. The hitches can make it annoying to play. The controls are a bit hard to get used to, but work way better than expected on a portable deck. The game is playable, but it isn't without some setbacks like random hitches. This is why I'm rating the game as 7 out of 10 on the Steam Deck.